Anders, opening statement.
Yeah, feels like I'm having to say the same opening statement and figure out new ways to say it because we're back in the same position of just not being able to get over the edge. Pretty disappointed in our defense tonight. They didn't make many attack errors at all. I think they had 5 unforced attack errors, which is a really clean match for them. But that's going to happen in the SEC, and you got to find ways to create your own opportunities on defense. And I thought our block was okay, but our floor defense behind it was really struggling today, and we did not pick up enough balls to give our offense a chance in transition. And yeah, they're a great team, but we got to hold them less than 350 if we want a chance to win. And I thought our offense was good enough to win, but our defense was not even close tonight, unfortunately.
Open it up for questions.
Yeah, I think to start, I feel like it was kind of noticeable to see that you shifted more towards the defensive end, kind of went a little, I guess, small ball with Haley, Kinney, and Taryn in the back. Was that what you were kind of going for there?
So we switched up our offense today. So we went from a 5-1 offense where we have 5 attackers and 1 setter running the whole show, Issa Bareford, who usually has that. And today we went with the 6-2, which gives us 6 attackers, and that additional attacker was Sid Conley, and the second setter, the 2 part of the 6-2, was Taryn. So we were just looked at some numbers, and the rotations where Issa was front row throughout SEC play. We were struggling on defense, which we knew we would, but we were also struggling on offense. So just trying to get a little more balance and get a little more of a better front line. And yeah, thought that would help our defense, but it didn't tonight, unfortunately.
What was the mentality like during practice this week? I mean, it seemed at first that they came out. I mean, Georgia plays a very aggressive style of play, but at first, Vanderbilt kind of came out and matched them. How did you feel, I guess, practice this week leading up to the game?
Yeah, it's been a long week, and I say that just because we're in the middle of the season and obviously middle of the SEC season, and everyone knows about the October Blues. But it was a really nice week of practice, and especially yesterday and our serve pass today, I thought was really businesslike, which is something we've been pushing this team to just be a little more efficient and businesslike in those practices. So I was really pleased with that the last 2 days, and yeah, it felt like we saw it for a couple sets, and then our defensive intensity just fell off the table. And again, we got to figure that out, and our staff has got to figure out a way to get us to play better defense as a match goes on.
Yeah. And while the offense has been, I guess at times, somewhat inconsistent, I feel like Mia Sorensen's been a really bright spot on the other side. Any thoughts about her performance recently? Yeah, just super proud of Mia. She has just gotten better every day, it feels like, since she's been with us. And she was not proud of how she played in the preseason and during our preseason camp, and to see her kind of hit her stride now is really fun for me because she's such an awesome person and she works so hard every single day, and she's poured so much into this program. But also it's made our offense a lot harder to stop because her and Jackie are next to each other twice, so blockers have a really hard time of choosing who they're going to double in those situations. And yeah, she's a huge part of our offense, as you can see. I mean, she was almost led us in attempts tonight, and did a really nice job again. She's also very low error, which our team and our young team needs. So obviously there's only about 6 games left in the regular season. Do you expect to make a lot more drastic changes going forward? Maybe somewhat, I wouldn't say planning for next season in terms of who you want to see, but trying to figure out what worked best down the line, or what's your mindset?
I think we've talked with the team about this, and our staff is not quitters. So we're going to keep trying and keep trying to figure out what the best route for this team is. We're absolutely not worried about next year. For the rest of the season, we're obviously focused on getting the most out of Team 1 and making a run in Savannah. But yeah, we'll see if the 6-2 sticks here. It was obviously an effort to try to play better volleyball, and again, we tried to do it for better defense, and that didn't show up tonight. So we'll see moving forward. And it's nice to have the flexibility of a 6-2, 5-1, and it's also nice to have a setter like Issa who understands and doesn't get her ego doesn't get in the way in those situations, and she just wants us to win. So we'll see moving forward, about some changes, but we've kind of tried a lot so far, and we've kind of tried almost every offense we can try, and we do need to make some tweaks on defense, so that'll probably be our focus.
Do you think the defensive struggles today were more on people not being in the right place, or I mean, I don't have anything to track speed, but I feel like Georgia gets really high velocity rates. So what do you feel like kind of attributed to most of the defensive struggle tonight?
Yeah, I felt like, I don't know, we just weren't playing hard enough in the back row. It still looks like to me like we're not expecting to make digs on nice swings, and we got to. And I thought we missed way too many digs in left back in the third and fourth set, and it just can't happen at this level. If you get a slowdown at all, you got to pick it up. If you are in the right place against attackers like Manecki, you got to dig the ball. And we just, I feel like for whatever reason our intensity wasn't there tonight, and it's something we've been working on the last couple of weeks. So I'm a little frustrated with that too.
Is that it? Cool.